Hey guys, what's up? It is the morning of our NSL match, so we're about to play MVP. We have like 3.5 hours, and I thought I would do a little bit earlier vlogging. A lot of the vlogs that I've made so far haven't been extremely well planned. It's just like I get snippets of video here and there, but I thought I would give you guys at least my full, unabridged personal thoughts about the matches. If you're watching this now, the matches have already been played because I'm not going to upload this until after we play our matches, but things should go really well today, we think. We're not like 100% confident, but we think there's at least like a 80 to 90% chance that we'll win today, we think. There's a chance we could lose. We don't really know, but a little bit of background. We're in the top 4 right now of NSL. 4 teams have been knocked out, I think. Yeah, 4 teams have been knocked out. It's double elimination now, so if we lose here, we can still have another chance to go through and win. But it's looking really good for us. We've been practicing really hard, and we've all been getting a lot better. I think me and Steven have really improved a lot of supports in the last 2 weeks, which has been the whole time we played together, but we have a bunch of different strats down that we could use if needed. We're getting a lot better at warding and all the basic, like, it sounds very easy to just like, oh, you just, it's so simple, you keep wards up on the map and you always bring sentries with you, but you forget during games, you know? So as you play more and more and we play like more routine, like it's starting to feel like routine to play games, which is really good because now it's getting to points where I remember to do things rather than forget sometimes. And sometimes you forget, it actually does lose you team fights and that might lose you a game. So little things like that we're improving on. I'm sure I'm still going to forget some of that stuff at least once while we play, but the amount of times that I do remember that stuff is a lot higher than it used to be. So I'm actually just sitting on my bed right now in my room, as you guys can see. There's my bed, hooray! One of my 4 blankets that I use to keep warm. But we think it's going to go really good, or really well, sorry. We played MVP last week on Friday, actually, so like 4 days ago, something like that. It's Tuesday today, so we played Friday for the Foremost Dota League, so it was an online cup, and the way that they actually played it was they had both of their 2 teams on the same roster, so it was the MVP team, which basically has 10 players, and they picked their 5 best players to play against us on Friday, and we won 2-0. The first game was complete stomp. The second game was a lot closer, but we still won by like 40 minutes. I think they had a kill lead in the early game, but we had a slight farm advantage, or our farm was about the same, and then we killed stacks and we death pushed and we won. So we won very easily, relatively, in a best of 3 last Friday. So because of that, that basically like shot our confidence way up. Before that, we heard that MVP thought that they might beat us because we had scrimmed them a couple times and it was somewhere, it was like vaguely around 50%, but Bambo and some of our other players don't really try. We don't really play safe Dota when we scrim. We play more like, we just kind of try stuff a lot. I think they were picking serious heroes and we were kind of like trying new heroes when we played them when we were on 50%. So I think they got maybe a bit of false sense of confidence when we played on Friday. And so far we haven't lost an official match yet, so maybe today's the day. I think if any team's going to take matches off of us, it will be MVP, honestly. I think individually they're the most talented players. Not saying that like all their players are the best players, but I think they have the most experience, a lot more than some of the other semi-Korean teams. And by the way, I just say semi-Korean because like honestly, a lot of the top teams, it's a lot of foreigners. It really is. It's a lot of like not full Koreans. There are some there's some full Koreans on every team. And for example, I think Sunbi from MVP I don't know if he's full Korean or if he's Korean American, but he's like Korean culturally and he speaks Korean. I don't know what counts. It's weird, but there's a lot of foreigners on all the teams actually. It's not very full Korean and on many of the teams that are placing high, at least not the top 4. I might be wrong about that. I think EOT Hammer is a lot of Pinoy players, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. Anyways, we're pretty confident going into today. There's a chance we could lose, but it's a best of 5, so we'll have plenty of chances. We can lose up to 2 games to them. So I think there's a really good shot that we can take the win. If we win here, we'll go on to play EOT Hammer in the winners bracket finals. If we win that, we'll go into finals, and then finals we'll play whoever gets there, and it'll be a full best of 5. So it's looking pretty good. We're not worried about EOT Hammer or 5&Q. We played against both of them quite a few times, and I think we can definitely beat those guys. I think today's going to be the hard one. So if we beat MVP, we have a really good shot at going all the way, I think, and winning $60,000, which is pretty cool. Like if we can just win the money, it's over. Our trip to Korea will be worth it. So everybody's a little stressed out about it because we still have to like cover a lot of expenses. But if we win, then we'll be covered basically, and then we can stay here the full amount. Like, we could literally win NSL Season 3 and win nothing else in Korea and be happy, because it would basically cover our expenses for the duration of our stay. So we're pretty hopeful. I'm not as nervous as I was last week, because we actually have played MVP. The Uzbeks we hadn't played before. We played that stage match, so we were like a little scared. Plus, it was best of 3, and it was single elim. So if we lost there, we were out. So there was a vague chance. Obviously, they weren't very hard games, but yeah, I think I've probably talked long enough. Thanks for watching. If you guys are, of course, you can catch the VODs if you guys want to watch the games, and you don't want to be spoiled, because after this point, I might record the team before the matches, but then pretty soon I'll get to like after the match recordings. But just go to the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel, youtube.com/Beyond the Summit. There'll be English casting, and yeah, you won't be able to see stage shots as much, I don't think, because I don't think they make VODs from GOM for the matches, but you guys can at least watch the English commentary, or you can buy a ticket in game and you can watch there. So I think that's everything, guys. I'll see you guys later after the matches, I guess. Thanks for watching, thanks for supporting us, and fingers crossed that we win. Bye. Hi guys, it's the morning after the tournament. You guys ready for the announcement? We lost one game only. So we won 3-1, and we beat MVP.Hot6. Feels pretty awesome. Again, sorry I didn't record anything with the team. We basically, I think the matches ended when we were done playing by like 11:10 p.m. And then me and Steven did press interviews, which was kind of cool. They let us into this small room that's in the GOM studio. It's towards the back. And it's basically a really short room with a bunch of little desks. It looks kind of like a classroom, and it's just like a bunch of journalists that sit there on their computers. And then we sat in the 2 chairs at the front, and then they asked us some questions, and then they would all, our manager Chobra would translate, and then all the Koreans would just type away. It was pretty funny. It was cool. It felt like actually press, you know, for once, instead of just like a one-on-one interview kind of a thing. So it was pretty sweet. So we did that, and then when we came out, the whole place was cleared out, and I felt kind of bad because there were like tons of fans that came to watch. Like, there was a big group of people that stood around to watch us take pictures, and I'm sure they wanted to say hi, but by the time we got out of the interview booth, they were gone, so it was too bad. But anyways, we do play again on Saturday, but I can talk about that stuff later. Let's talk about the games. Basically, MVP did a really nice job. They almost beat us a couple times, but they only managed to beat us once, and that was in the second game. So in the second game, what happened was we had Venomancer Visage as supports, and instead of the usual thing that we do, which is one pulls, one contests the offlane, which is pretty standard, Steven felt like going to the offlane. Well, also we tried to gank mid, because Will asked for a gank mid, because we know that Danny's Shadow Fiend is good. So we tried to level 1 gank, and it didn't work, because by the time the position was there, the Nick said check the offlane, and he realized he wasn't getting harassed, therefore the supports must be ganking mid, and then blah blah blah. He backed off, and then we wasted our gank time. So we tried to gank mid, that failed, and then Steven decided to go top on Venomancer to sap EXP, even because our Batrider was jungling basically, who was our offlane, and then he ended up dying a couple times. So, and then we only had one person contesting Nyx, and nobody was pulling. It just wasn't really that great, honestly. It really gave the Nyx a lot of space. So those were the main mistakes. Morphling maybe shouldn't have been picked, but I think if we would have done all the other early game stuff, the not ganking and the pulling an offlane thing, that it would have gone way better. And then they had all this levels and advantage, and they had map control because they had Nyx Assassin. It was just kind of a pain in the butt from there on out, so we ended up losing that game. So we finally lost our first competitive match, and we definitely deserved to lose that game, that's for darn sure, because we didn't play very well. So that's the game that we lost. Every other game was really close, and I recommend watching them. I could explain them, I guess, but they're not quite as fresh in my memory. But anyways, we're really happy. We ended up winning 3-1. We thought we would do a little better, I guess. I guess we were hoping for a 3-0. Sorry, my hair's so messed up, by the way. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago. But we were hoping for a 3-0. It didn't happen, though. But we're still pretty confident. People are a little unsure that we're going to be able to go all the way, I guess, because games are even, but we're pretty confident because we do better against all the other teams than MVP. So we should be able to crush through, maybe not crush through, but we should be able to make winners bracket, or we should be able to win winners bracket final. We should be able to make it to grand finals, I think. Fingers crossed. But we're all pretty happy. We just like Had a nice bus ride home. I was like smiling the whole time. I just kept saying we won because it felt so good. It's just nice that we thought that we were going to win and that we did end up winning. That's pretty cool. I think I played better than I did last week, so I was happy about that as well. I played really well the first game. The second game I played okay, but we were so far behind that like I wasn't able to do anything. Didn't even really feel like much of a game to me from my perspective because every fight was like people blowing up really fast. Game 3, I think I played, did I play Visage again or CM? I played CM last game. I think I played Visage I can't remember who I was game 3. I assume it was like Visage, but I think I played fairly well most of the games, so I'm happy. The CM game started off pretty slow for me. I was like 0-2-1 by like 15 minutes because not much happened, but I think I did okay. So I'm pretty happy with my performance. I hope you guys liked the games. I guess that's about it. Everybody's still sleeping. Will's aunts are coming over today, and they're probably just gonna cook for everybody and clean, which is awesome and appreciated. Not that it's like that messy here, but they just like coming over to visit, so we're not gonna argue. They'll bring us food. We'll hang out. It'll be a nice time. So I think that's it. So yeah, we have more matches coming out. FOMOS isn't on Friday this week, it's next Tuesday. That's the online cup that we already beat MVP in, the one I talked about earlier in the vlog. So we play next Tuesday. Saturday we actually play another NSL match. So the way NSL was working in the past is that there'd be a match every Tuesday and every Saturday. But this time the match is going to be on Tuesday and Saturday for us because we played last night to beat MVP and now we're going to play winners bracket finals on Saturday. So Saturday when we play against EOT Hammer, we don't really have a ton of time to prepare, but we're not super worried because we think we're better than EOT Hammer. We think EOT Hammer is probably maybe the best team in the league. Maybe them are 5 and Q, but we think it'll be okay. So we only have a couple days to practice, but it's on Saturday and it's at like 1 or 2 p.m. Korean time. So that'll be like 7 p.m. or something, let me think. If it's 2 p.m. Korean, that'll be midnight for Eastern. So if we're talking Pacific, it's 9 p.m. Pacific. So if you guys live in the US and you want to watch the matches live, it's a much better time zone for you. If you live in Europe, then it'll be nighttime for you, probably in the middle of the night, so it won't be so good for you guys, but you guys got to watch every other match, I'm sure, so it'll be a bit different. But yeah, the match is coming up on Saturday. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna get going. I need to go like take a shower and stuff before the aunts get here. And I'll get back to videos soon. Sorry again that we haven't made any, but we've been practicing quite a bit the last couple days to prepare for this match, and luckily it paid off. Mostly. We played a little sloppy, but we'll get better. So, alright, thanks everyone for watching. If you want to see anything about the team, go follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/ZephyrDota. And go follow me on my social media. I think that's it. Alright, goodbye guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the team. Bye.